Former Atlanta Fire Police Chief Kelvin J. Cochran is getting backlash due to some statements that he made as he was a guest speaker at the Georgia Department of Labor Black History Month event on February 27th. Check it out.
Slavery in America did not catch God by surprise. In his sovereignty, God, listen, allowed Africans to be brought to America as slaves. Africa was on the eve of social, spiritual, and economic catastrophe and famine. Still going on today. So he brought 6 million Africans to America through the Middle Passage as slaves. Just as it was God's divine plan to enslave the nation of Israel, it was his sovereignty that allowed Africans to be brought to America in bondage.
So yes, you heard him say that it was God's plan that Africans be brought to America to endure the institution of slavery. Now, this is not the first time that Mr. Cochran found himself in hot water. In 2015, he sued the Fire and Rescue Department in Atlanta for, I guess they fired him for handing out his book that was titled, "Who Told You You Were Naked?" And I guess it was a religious book. And so he actually won, or they settled rather, to the tune of $1.2 million with him. So he is a heretic, for lack of better words. He espouses his beliefs on people who probably aren't even asking. But back to what he said about it being God's plan. Well, I have a few questions for Mr. Cochran. Was it God's plan that Africans be brought to America to endure what our ancestors endured as far as the brutality, the murders, the rapes, and everything else in between? Was that part of the plan too? And I don't know, I just have questions. When is the plan going to end? Because black people are still enduring the horrors that came from slavery. So does the plan have an end date, or like what's going on here? And my other thing is that why do we as black people continue to pray to God to help us do better and come out of the clutches of white supremacy? Why don't we just sit and wait? I mean, I'm just asking because I don't know if it would be God's plan that black people continue to endure the effects of slavery. So I'm not sure what Mr. Cochran is on or whatever it is, but I don't know. If I was sitting in there, I would put up the Baptist finger on him and I'd have walked out and be like, nah, I don't know what kind of history this is you teaching, but I'm not here for it. And so does he deserve the backlash? Yeah, I think he deserves the backlash because it's like, that sounds so white supremacist. You know, it was God's plan, Negro, so just don't worry about it. Just because, and the other thing too is people like him know that black people, we are religious to a fault. We don't question anything at all. We just say, oh, it's God's plan. I ain't gonna rock the boat. It's like, no, God asked us to question. But they know they can say that kind of stuff and we'll just, Because I heard a couple of people in there kind of amening it a little bit. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Do y'all think it was God's plan, or do you think that was something that he was just saying just because? So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.